Hello guys, Robot1 here, coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and I'm sorry guys for not doing this video in person, on a big screen or anything like that with my camera and stuff, but I actually don't have enough time to edit, make it, and all of that, or set up everything, so I am just doing a simple video like this, where I'm going to be talking about the 5 best side deck cards going into YCS and for the rest of the month. And these are personally the cards that I think will be the best going into the whole format, going through this format till we get the next set and the special editions for Soul Fusion, where we'll get Summon Sorceress and stuff. And this is just my personal opinion, of course. I could be wrong, I could be right, but this is just my personal opinion, what I think are the 5 best side deck options, and I'm sorry again for not doing this more official on a screen with my camera and stuff, but I've got YCS in the morning, I haven't had time all day to make a video, and I just really want to bring you something to make sure you get some content from my channel, because I don't feel right unless I get the video out to you guys. So, without further ado, let's get into this, because we're going to be talking about the top 5 side deck cards of this format. So, first one is Kaijus. All Kaijus are going to be one of the best side deck cards of this format. There are quite a few reasons for this. The first being Sky Striker. You summon this on a Sky Striker's board. It's an instant off button. They can't play the game. They can't do anything they want to do. Like, they can't use any of their spells. They can't summon the Ray back if you tribute their Shizuku, Kagari, or Hayate. So, in general, like, Kaijus are going to be really good against Sky Strikers. They're also really good against decks that use Inspector Border if your deck can't get over that. So if you summon Inspector Border, then you're actually in a very good position, because you can just tribute away the Inspector Border, then be able to do all of your effect plays. Against Thunder Dragons, being able to tribute the Colossus or the Titan, very, very important thing that you need to do against that deck, because if you can't deal with the Colossus that's stopping you from searching, or the Titan that's going to destroy your stuff, then you're not going to have a fun time. So the Kaijus in general, Gamma being the best one because it's got the weakest attack, are the best options to use against these sorts of decks, and they are the best side deck cards in general currently. But that's just the main reasons for the Kaijus. I'm going to be doing this video a bit quick as well, guys, because I just want to bring out the facts, finish the video, get it uploaded, get it ready, and I am then going to go straight to sleep, because I've got YCS in the morning, as I've said. But yeah, Gamma still definitely one of the best side deck cards in this format, and this list is in no specific order, guys. So the next card that I personally feel like is going to be a great side deck card for this format is Dino Wrestler Pancrotrops. Now, this is a card that was just released in Soul Fusion. Obviously, a lot of people already know that this card is going to be really, really powerful, but essentially, this is the new Cyber Dragon. This card can summon itself from the hand if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. Even if you control a monster, you can still summon it. And also, it has a quick effect to tribute itself off or another Dino Wrestler, and destroy any card on the board. So it's just in general a very good monster to have in your side deck, being able to special summon it from your hand for free, being able to destroy any cards you want, and being able to run over essentially any big body that your opponent could have, be it a Jinzo if you're playing Altergeist, be it an Inspector Border. Again, like, Inspector Border is a big problem, guys, and this is one of the cards that can help you get over it, because it's an inherent summon, so it doesn't use an effect to summon itself. And it's just, in general, one of those really good cards to deal with a lot of things. Like, it can deal with those floodgates your opponent has, it can deal with any sort of back row that you need to deal with, it can deal with boss monsters that you need to get over. Like, say your opponent has an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and to actually play the game, you need to get rid of it. You could summon the Pancrotrops from hand, tribute the Pancrotrops, and then destroy the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, being the ultimate irony, because it's a dinosaur destroying a dinosaur. And it's a Freehorn versus a Tyranno. I forgot what name it is. A Tyrannosaurus Rex. So a T-Rex, that's it. So yeah, just some very big irony there, and honestly, it's just a very good card to clear, like, any sort of boss monsters or any back rows, just because it has that quick effect. Plus, you can use it during your opponent's turn, which makes it even better. Next side deck card that is going to be one of the very best cards of this format for siding is And it's one we've talked about already, Inspector Border. Now, Inspector Border is going to be an amazing side deck card this format, guys. Like, honestly, this card you can side against quite a few decks that are really doing really well this format. The most important one, which we know about right now, is Thunder Dragons. Being able to summon this against the Thunder Dragon player is very, very powerful. Like, if you summon this against the Thunder Dragon player, they can't make any of their fusions, they can't use any of their Thunder effects in hand to gain more advantage, and they essentially can't do anything against this card unless they draw something like Impermanence, or they draw something like Mind Control to take the border. But even if they take the border, then they can't really do much with it, because well, they could tribute off, but in general, like, just being able to summon an Inspector Border and then stop your opponent from being able to use any monster effects in general, even hand traps, if you've got something like Pool of Desires that you want to resolve, it's insane. Plus, this card is also really good against decks like Trickstar as well, being able to stop the Candina, the Lycorises, the Lilybells, Autogeist, being able to stop the Faker, which... Being able to stop the Faker is insane, and plus this card can't even be outed by a Meliseek because of its effect won't be able to activate anyway. So being able to have the Inspector Border to just normal summon against an Autogeist player is really powerful, just in case, because if they don't have a way to get rid of the border, or they don't have an Impermanence, then they're really going to be in a sour position when they're not able to play the game. So I feel like Inspector Border is very powerful because it can just be used against all these decks that really utilize monster effects really well, and utilize them in a way where if they can't use them, then they're not going to be able to play the game. So Inspector Border is a very good card this format, and will be a heavily sided card in my opinion, and if you don't have yours already, I suggest you get them. Like, I just had trouble trying to get them for the YCS this weekend as well, so luckily I was able to borrow two and get one, so I'll have them for YCS. The next card, though, is Denko Sekka. Denko Sekka being another very good card that you can side against your opponent. This is a very good card again in general against decks like Autogeist and Sky Strikers, being able to just lock out all their back row just by normal summoning it. If they don't have a judgment or a warning, they're not able to deal with the Denko Sekka, so they're not able to do anything against it. And if they're not able to do anything against the Denko Sekka, then essentially they're unable to play the game, and being essentially turning off all of their resources to come back at you and play the game in a way that they're not able to do anything in. So Denko Sekka being very good at that area, just being able to counteract your opponent's set cards and other things like that. Plus, if you're playing Thunder Dragons, this card is searchable through a card called Thunder Dragon Duo, where if it destroys a monster, you can search Denko Sekka, and if your opponent doesn't activate any trap cards, then you can just normal the Denko Sekka to deal with your opponent's back row after that, because if they can't do anything with it after that, then they're going to have to either resort to using all that back row then, or they're going to just have to let their back row be turned off permanently, which is actually really, really annoying for them. Plus, it's just a good card in general. Like, this card isn't good in any back row decks though, like Sky Striker or like Sky Striker or what am I thinking? Or Autogeist. But in decks like Magicians, Thunder Dragons, Trickstar, this card will just be amazing in general, just being able to lock down your opponent's back row. And the final card that I want to talk about, which I feel like has gotten more power now since the last format, just because people have been able to chain more, and that is Evenly Matched. Now, Evenly Matched, I have to admit, has been going down in popularity to a certain degree because of Trickstar got more hype, Sky Striker have just been able to out it a lot more easier, stopping, and also just being able to use all their effects, get them in the grave, and just deal with it that way. And obviously against Autogeist and stuff, they're siding stuff like Wiretap and Mind Crush to deal with it struggling about Evenly Matched that way. So, but now that I feel like Thunder Dragons and Trickstars and Sky Striker are becoming becoming more and more board present and more back row destruction variant, instead of preventing a card like Struggling Battle, I feel like Evenly Matched, I said Struggling Battle, Evenly Matched just becomes so much more powerful because people aren't expecting it as much because it's getting sided a lot less. So I feel like Evenly Matched is just going to be a very powerful card this format. Like, against something like Thunder Dragons, Thunder Dragons rely mainly on making multiple Colossuses or Titans to deal with your opponent's back row, or to deal with your opponent not being able to search, so having Struggling Battle for that is really good. Against against something like Sky Striker, being able to activate this on your opponent has always been really good, because it means that you're banishing normally 4 cards, 4 cards minimum against the Sky Striker deck, and obviously against something like Altergeist, being able to use the evenly match against an Altergeist player, or even against something like Goki, for instance, is just insane. Just being able to clear their board and just make sure they don't have anything to play. But yeah, guys, all of these side deck cards I personally think are going to be the best going into the rest of this format, best going into YCS London, best going into all sorts of things. Like, I'm personally siding quite a few of these. I'm not going to say which, just so you guys are a bit of surprised of what I'm siding if I actually do see you at YCS London. But guys, this is just my personal opinion though. I could be wrong, I could be right, but I personally feel like these are all really good side deck cards for this format, and these are all going to be really, really powerful. But guys, tell me what you think of that in the comment section below. Tell me if you think I'm right, tell me if you think I'm wrong. Personally, I feel like every one of these cards are just very powerful, like especially Inspector Border. It's an insane card, just being able to lock down all hand traps, all effect monsters, all everything like that. Gamma still being able to just lock down anything along those lines as well is really, really nice, and I just personally feel like all these cards are very, very good, like especially seeing as Pankratrops is a new one, where it's able to just deal with your opponent in the likes of as well with Big Monster and clearing floodgates. But guys, tell me what you think of that in the comment section below. Tell me if you liked the video. Tell me if you didn't like the video. Tell me if you think my opinion is wrong. Tell me if I think my opinion is right. But these are just personally cards that I think are really good to side. Yeah, guys, so tell me all of that in the comments section below. If you liked the video, don't forget to like the video. Maybe I'll do more videos like this, like they're a bit more fast-paced, a little more quicker. But honestly, if you want me to do more videos like this, I can. They're probably easier on my end, but I would rather just go in front of the camera with you guys. Or maybe I could have a little avatar guy up in the corner next to the cards or something. But yeah, guys, tell me in the comment section below. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video. If you want to subscribe to my channel to see future Yugioh content, don't forget to press the subscribe button. If you want to be notified of any future Yugioh content or streams that I do that are normally Thursdays at 8 PM UK time, don't forget to press the notification button to be notified of that. But yeah, guys, this is the video. I'm going YCS London tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be a vlog, because of obviously they don't let you record and stuff in the venue, so I might have to I might have to find a way around it, or see if I can just leave the venue once every while to do a bit of footage. And yeah, but guys, thanks for watching. This is Robot1 signing out. It's gonna be a very fun time tomorrow. Later, guys.